back on Boond Soch ki ttalk train of thought with a series of episodes with Mr. Vinod Subramanian, expert from an insurance industry sector. When we talk in terms of an insurance, still the rate is low as for India, which is concerned, and we could see like there's a huge potential in the insurance sector. So we have welcome back again to Boond Soch.
Thank you so much.
We've seen your excellent journey as far as the insurance sector which is concerned, how you have started from the scratch, selling with an intangible product with a peace of mind, and at the top like been to around about 35 countries. Like now, for the benefit of a target audience who would like to make a career like yours, can you throw some light in terms of an insurance as a career path and the options in the industry available for them, so that they can also be part of the insurance sector in their future?
So, as we spoke earlier, as you said, the industry is not very well taken by the younger generation because they feel that it is a rough path ahead, especially the sales part of the insurance business. First, we need to understand the most potent way of entering into any industry is through sales, because that's where the most opportunities are there.
Right.
And that is the most highest paid job. As if you're paid higher, obviously things are expected out of you, so things will be difficult. Correct. It's not going to be an easy roadmap or path. So a person who has done sales can go into operations, he can go into finance, he can go into planning, he can go into strategy, he can go into marketing, he can go everywhere. But I haven't seen in my career things happening vice versa so often.
Okay.
A person who has been an out and out operations guy cannot move into sales in case it is needed in his life. If a person has gone into finance and in case there is a situation where the industry is not doing well, financial industry,
right,
for him to move into sales becomes very difficult.
Right.
So my first recommendation is that you don't look at sales as sales. Look at it as a stepping stone to your career. But during your journey, if you're in love with sales, stick to it.
Okay.
You will get elevations. You'll be going on various hierarchies, whatever is there. So that is my very simple submission on this space.
Okay.
Talking about making a career in this industry, well, it is endless. When you're not restricting ourselves to sales, there are huge amount of opportunities because there are very, very specialized I would say skill sets or enhancement of those skill sets that can happen only in the insurance industries. For example, underwriting.
Yeah.
The insurance is the only industry where underwriters are considered as the most important people, because the entire risk mitigation strategy or risk planning happens because of them.
Yeah.
So a salesman is a principal primary underwriter. When I'm speaking to you, I see you, I figure out, I see if you're healthy, I see if you're financially strong. Correct. I ensure that the salesperson, gets all the questions in place, and they submit it to the underwriter. Correct. The underwriter has certain parameters. He ensures that all those things are in place. Correct. So that's a very important job, almost equivalent to your credit officers in your bank for dispersing a loan. Correct. What all things they have to see.
Correct.
Then there is something called actuarials. Wherein they are involved into, it's a science, it's a very difficult examination to complete.
Correct.
And then they become a part of the product design, product development, many other things. They will figure out how much of cost for cover needs to be given. Various technical aspects also happens in this space.
Nice.
Then there is another line of activity which is a very strong one, wherein there's a licensing team who have to constantly ensure that all the compliances are in place. So the insurance companies have very strong compliance teams, very strong, because
all the parameters needs to be met.
All. And IRDA, being the regulator, IRDA, being the Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India, is one of the strongest regulators compared to any other regulator in the industry today. Very, very strong, very stringent. They don't allow an inch to be let alone. Correct. So we have to comply with a lot of the compliance team, legal team. Legal very important. Correct. Claim settlements, there could be disputes. So these are so many more careers in the life insurance industry. But starts from sales.
Correct. I think, and what are the basically when the fresh entrant who comes in, so what are the traits you feel like should be there in that person, like?
In that the candidate whom we are talking about, or the student whom we are seeing?
Yeah.
See, now I'm looking at the sales perspective. Okay, I recruit a lot of people in the sales arena.
Yeah.
For me, a guy who's a chartered accountant, I'll send him to taxation. It's a very important part of my team.
Correct.
The taxation guys will say go and stay in 2 years in sales and then come back to me. Ultimately, they need to see how the whole sales procedure works and how tax saving or tax deferment strategies work beautifully in an insurance product, which is completely unknown. So there are certain things which will correlate. So for me, if he's not a CA or if he's looking at an entry into this business, normally people have learned Philip Kotler and Henry Foyal in their management, or Peter Drucker in their management, Zig Ziglar. There is a clear-cut definition between sales and marketing. They have made a differentiation there.
Correct.
So people don't like sales. It's like a stepson to them, but they would love to go to marketing.
Correct.
But nobody can enter marketing without being in sales.
Okay. Now
I'm telling you, after this 21 years of experience here, it's not possible.
Now for the benefit of our target audience, if somebody would like to be part of an sales insurance which is concerned, so what are the process they have to go through, about as the regulator IRDA is concerned, like?
Before that, you had asked me the earlier question, what are the parameters that I see in a person? I see his attitude.
Okay.
I see the eagerness of that individual. I don't look at ambition, I don't look at other things. I see the attitude towards the entire business.
Okay.
Number 3, the most important part which I look at is, I don't want a person who only thinks of a job 9 to 5. He has to start thinking like an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur will contribute towards the business with his heart because it's his business.
Correct.
Entrepreneur will ensure that he puts in more than extra effort so that he can make more money. A person at job will not.
Correct.
अपना काम दिया है, खत्म करना है. And if he's doing that job well, then he will get elevated through the process. Here, getting elevated is in your hand. So that's the difference. Sorry, you can repeat the other question.
Then about the process of IRDA to get entry into insurance. So the target audience will come to know about that.
So when I recruit managers under me, it's obviously based on their capabilities and skill sets and their attitude, which will be, and of course wherever they are coming from good D school is better. Experience of 4-5 years is good for me. Even 2 years is great. Even fresher is good as long as he's got a great attitude. That depends on me. So what are they expected to do? They are expected to build a team of distributors.
Correct.
Okay. So they by default enter into my system as a manager. So I take them as an elevated space, not as a salesman.
Okay.
So that is the biggest advantage. So people they don't know how to enter the sales structure of an insurance industry.
And though they have to be also be part of an IRDA test?
The employee doesn't need to anymore. Earlier it was. Currently that rule has been taken back.
Okay.
So what he has
only the distributor needs to be part of IRDA.
So his job is to do business development, bring in distributors, get them into the system. It was not like old time challenges where he had to go and sit for 21 days in a classroom.
Correct.
It's all done online.
Correct.
So it becomes very simple. The entire process is online.
Correct.
You have to just get good distributors to join him, and their performance will contribute directly to his growth.
I see. Okay, good. So it's a great insights to what we are getting from Mr. Vinod Subramanian as for the career path which is there in the insurance sector. I think he narrated the steps which are there where one can grow as for the insurance sector which is there, and you can have a direct entry into an insurance in an organization, like where you can recruit the distributor and can make a team of an distributor to sell those intangible products which are there. And so also when we talk in terms of the distributors, they have to go through IRDA test. So can you give some explanation or clarification about IRDA test?
Right. So distribution of financial products needs licenses.
Okay.
So if you're going to sell mutual funds, you have to be licensed by AMFI. If you are going to sell insurance, you have to be licensed by IRDA.
Okay.
Now the pension regulatory fund is also coming in. So currently IRDA is only managing that, but in the future maybe they will have a different regulatory body happening there.
Nice.
So you have to basically the license can be provided to you only by an insurance company. You just cannot go directly to IRDA and say, okay, I want a license to sell.
Okay, through insurance.
It has to go through some insurance company or the other because they are called a sponsoring company.
Okay.
So once the candidate comes to you or the distributor decides to join you and you enroll them into the system, they have to go through a 100-hour training, which is conducted by IRDA.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier it was offline,
Correct.
classroom. Now it is online.
Right.
So the distributor has to go through the 100-hour training, which is more focused on ethics of insurance. Utmost good faith. What are the main things that it stands for, and then other things which are more technical in concept. It is you have to try very hard to fail the exam, but it's there later.
Right.
So it's pretty easy. You have to just read it, and there is an IRDA examination that happens wherein the company from whom you have enrolled into will sponsor your examination. You go attend the exam, and if you clear that exam, you are eligible to get a license to distribute.
Okay, and what is the validity of that license for benefit of a target audience?
So there are different validities and different parameters. For example, typically the validity is for 3 years, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you have to do some enhancement examinations or some training programs which they will be prescribing. The IRDA prescribe from time to time.
Nice.
Then there is something called MBG, Minimum Business Guarantee.
Okay.
So IRDA is very, very clear that a person who has taken up a life insurance distribution business has to be active.
Okay.
Because A, if he's not, the clients whom he has already catered to will suffer. B, if he has taken up an agency and not done anything, then that amounts to non-existence basically. So why should we have somebody like that in the system?
Correct.
So they will be thrown out.
It's an excellent insight what we got from Mr. Vinod Subramanian as far as our career path which is concerned and the option in an industry. So thanks a lot for sharing your valuable tips. I'm sure many of them who are looking out to make career as far as the insurance sector which is concerned, the tips given by Mr. Vinod Subramanian is going to help you out. That's what ttalk channel is all about, to ensure we share knowledge with the target audience so that they can make their career on those bases. So thanks a lot for being part of this show. Just go to www.ttalk.net and subscribe to the channel as much as you can. Thank you very much. So thanks a lot.